Life is good, 13. 13 love to y'all. You are creation 13. Today I want to talk to you about, the realization that you're here for a reason. Your whole purpose in existence is here for a specific reason right now. Um, there's just so many people. I mean, even humanity itself does not desire to be here. They don't desire to be here. You know, um, People are wanting to escape, to escape and to go somewhere else. And this has been one of the major things that I've seen, in the spiritual community. Is that everybody's like, oh, I can't wait to go home. I can't wait to um, go to 5D or go to a different form of reality. Everyone's just wanting to cut corners and not pay attention to now. What are you creating now? Because majority of humanity is not realizing that you are that change. I've talked about this, throughout my videos. You are that change that you're looking for, that you're seeking for. This whole existence is in this now moment. You know, just like I've said, that the further you look out into the universe, out into space, the less connected you are with Source and with yourself. Everything is within you. What is out there is just imagination and creation that is in here. What you see out there is a creation of within. Creation of within. And that's something that you really have to discover for yourself. Um, the whole existence of there being, higher aspects, lower aspects, all of these things form here. The whole atom, the little miniature atom, is formed in here. It's formed everywhere. The particles of creation is everywhere. And each part of it, each little atom, each little speck of life has a important purpose, an important existence in life. And that's your job here. Hopefully I'm not losing you. Um, but you're very important. You know, and as you become more and more aware of how important you are, your tests are going to be more and more challenging. And it's important to embrace them tests, because those tests are going to help you become stronger with yourself and with others, and help you deal with situations that's going to come along your path. Because if you don't have experience, you're not going to know what to do. And this is what our goal, or my goal in general, is to help humanity be prepared and be aware of their existence, why they're here, and why it's important to better yourself, respect yourself, love yourself, because when you love, respect, and just become a foundation within yourself, within your heart space, within your center, that will reflect out into your physical reality. And that's where your creation, your manifestation happens, is in this physical reality. Because this physical reality is a reflection of within, is a reflection of your heart. Because you're always the center. You are the center of your whole creation in your physical reality. not on YouTube, not on TV. It's where you're at physically, that you're the center, because you are the center. Where no matter where you walk, you're still the main attraction. No matter what it is. And humanity, in its past has always had idols and characters. Even now, like Hollywood stars and uh, the music industry and so on and so forth. They try to portray somebody as higher than you, trying to make them the center of attention, drawing you to their center instead of your center. They're trying to draw you away from your power. And this goes with, you got to keep an open mind, but this goes with religion in general. Um, even in the Bible itself, it said, do not worship any idols. Do not worship any idols. Um, yeah, just don't worship any idols at all. The only person you should be worshiping is yourself. And humanity has made that where it sounds conceited, but it's not. Because if you don't love and respect yourself, how are you going to love and respect others? Or how are you going to be an inspiration to others? We can all be perceived Jesuses or whatever. We can all be the same inspiration to others. We have that power and we have that ability. And it's always overlooked, until now. But it has always been overlooked. There is somebody, if you are aware of, history and what's going on, so on and so forth, the government, the Vatican's, blah, 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 blah. Their goal was to make sure that they are the center of attention and you are the sheep and the followers, to make you scared that you can't build a foundation for yourself. That's what their matrix program is to make it so you're scared and you think you can't run things on your own. That's where the whole terrorism and fake wars come in. It's just to keep you distracted and away from your power and your state of being. And we're here to make that change. Where there won't be no more wars, where there won't be no more political garbage that doesn't even need to be there. The world does not run off of money. It's old programming. A lot of things are old programming. But to get rid of old programming, you have to make new programs. That's where the whole matrix system is. That's where creation 13 comes in. And I'll try to explain more about what creation 13 is. But the Freemasons or whatever you want to call them, they know what 13 is, the vibrational frequency of 13. They know what that is. And they use that and manipulate it to their advantage. So you yourself, as a creation, you are a creation, can learn how to use that vibrational frequency. We all have that ability. And it's all based upon the frequency of where we live at, in this whole reality, where we live at. There's key codes, just like any hacker in the computer world. You have to hack in and know certain codes and certain numbers to hack into programs. If you don't know the code, you're not going to be able to break the code. So that's where creation 13 is, vibrational state. It is a code to help you benefit yourself and benefit the creation you're trying to create. And only you can discover that. You can read up on lots of information about all this stuff, but until you figure it out for yourself, um, your manifestation is not going to take place. It's all learning about balance and controlling your environment. Not controlling others, but controlling your environment. Making sure that you are fully aware of what's taking place in your reality. I know I'm kind of jumping back and forth here. But as a whole, it's still all focused and centered on you. You are always going to be the center of attention no matter what. And you want to be the center of attention. Now, you don't want to be like, oh, hey, I'm the man, I'm going to be that change that everyone's looking for. You don't want to be that. You want to be an inspiration to others and help others ride with you, walk beside you, standing in your power. That's what's really important, is standing in your power. And the more and more that we stand in our power, the more manifestation is going to take place on what we want to see. And it will populate through the whole world, as well as the universe. Because this earth here is connected throughout this solar system, through the multidimensional layers. This earth here is very important. And what we're doing now is affecting everything. And I know this is kind of complicated, but what we're doing here is transforming and transcending the multidimensional layers in the solar system into a whole new shape of creation. And you can notice this because of all the wide variety of perception on this planet Earth. There is just so much going on. It's amazing. And this is why you want to make sure you stay here on this planet, because this is where you want to be at. And certain beings don't want you here, so they're going to try to con you off the planet or take you somewhere else that you don't want to be. Okay? Because you don't want ships to take you away. You don't want to perceive yourself that there's a higher beings that are going to come here and change, because we're the change. We are those higher beings. And you have to discover that for yourself. We came here for you. We came here for you. We may be in a human body, doesn't mean that we are human souls. Okay, and you have to become aware of that. You have to become aware that you're much more than this suit that you're in right now. Because you don't know who you're talking to. You never know. You could be talking to an angel, a guide, a guardian, a gatekeeper. You could be talking to anybody. You yourself have a very important role here, and you have to discover what that role is. You have to look within your Akashic records, within your DNA stream, and you have to explore your DNA and unlock your DNA. That's where, they say you have a lot of junk DNA. It's not junk DNA, it's your DNA. You have to go within yourself and unlock and decode yourself so you can remember why you're here. It's very important. This whole thing is very important, that you're here. You don't want to escape, and you don't want to be distracted too much, with everything else that's going on. Like I said, you want to focus on your physical reality. That's why it's so important to just stay on your physical reality. You can watch DVD movies or DVD TV series or Netflix. That's fine. But if you're watching somebody else's creation in terms of like the news and politics, even weather itself. You know, you're making somebody else, um, they're creating your reality for you. You don't want that. You want to create your own reality in your own physical reality. You know, that's where you make the changes happen and take place, you know. I mean, if you watch TV series and movies, those are their own creation and those are their own timelines, and they're not going to affect your timeline. Now, you do have to be aware that it does affect your vibrational code. Like, say, if you watch a horror movie or something, it's going to affect your vibrational frequency. So you do have to be aware of what you watch, because when you watch certain movies, it's going to affect your vibrational frequency. Um, so you know, it's whatever you're wanting to, you know, you want to keep your vibration at a certain frequency. So if you want to keep it at a certain frequency, you're only going to want to watch things that are going to be based upon your frequency. You know, like maybe like, you know, adventure movies, sci-fi movies, romance movies. You know, just things that just kind of keep more of a balance. You know, because I mean, if you watch horror movies and terrorist type movies, you know, war movies, that's going to mess up your frequency, because you're going to have that state of frequency. And, you know, you have to be aware that that's what you're going to send to the universe, because it's going to have a vibrational frequency of some kind when you watch that. If it keeps you thinking still, um, or it just kind of bugs you or in some way, it messes up your vibrational frequency. um, it's not a bad thing, you know. It's just you have to learn how to, balance it out again, because, that's one of the key things. Because you do, to change your vibrational frequency, you have to, um, change the level. Because say if you're just all love 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 love, you know, you're going to be flatlined. You want to have those tests and challenges. So you're going love, love, oh, what the heck's going on? And then you go down, love, love, and then you go, oh man, what's going on? Oh, I don't like this feeling. I need to learn and grow, and then love, 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 love. And then, you know, you want that wave. You know, you always want that wave. You know, it's okay to get upset at times. It's okay to get frustrated at times. And you need that, because that's going to start up your engine, your Merkaba. Because if we were all happy all the time, we never learn. As well as the opposite effect. If you're sad and angry all the time, you're never going to learn. You have to learn how to control that balance and make it a one state of being. You know, you're not going to melt the ice if you have fire. And you're not going to have ice if you can't control fire. You know, you have to merge those two together and form that balance. You know, with fire and ice, you're going to get water. So you're going to have water and fire. And you can merge water and fire together. And when you merge water and fire together, you're going to get that steam effect. And that steam effect is the balance effect, because you are merging both water and fire together. And it merges into a new state of creation, a more balanced state. Smoky state, but a balanced state nevertheless. And that's something you just have to figure out for yourself. I know I kind of bounce around on different subjects on this video, but you know, it's just becoming aware that you have a very important role here. You're not missing anything, and you know, the most important thing is, you know, you have to ask yourself. You know, everybody's like, oh, I want to, in the spiritual community in general, is, oh, I want to go home, but you don't remember what your home is. You know, before you descended here on this planet, majority of you are, universal travelers. You're soul travelers. You're, star seeds. You know, you travel. Majority of us just travel throughout the multidimensional universe, and we just drop in to help change and transform, different planets and solar systems and so on and so forth. That's our job, is to just help transform and aid. There is no home. The only home that you have is source or perceived God. And you have to become aware of what that means. Okay? If you literally go back to the source as God, your existence merges back into that. And therefore, your starseed license or your universal license is done. So you merge back and you just merge back in with the source, with that state. And it's some deep stuff. It really is. And it's something that you can't really comprehend unless if you really look deep inside yourself and find out what that means. So before you say you want to go home, you got to think of what you're talking about. Because me, myself, I like to be in a avatar body. That is one of the most awesomest experiences you will ever have, is going into a avatar body and experiencing a physical experience of some kind, no matter what state of physical existence it is. I enjoy being in a physical vessel, and I will continue to do that. Even after my job is done here, I'm going to travel back out there again and go onto a different planet and help there. That's my job. And you don't have to take my word for it, because you're not me. And, that's where you have to become aware that it's all about you. You need to discover what your job is. You need to discover the importance of you being here is. And it's so much more than just creating, little tools and opening little crystal shops and so on and so forth. It's much more than that. It's you want to create, but you got to make sure of the impact that you're trying to express in your physical reality. Because one of the things they have to become aware of, I know this video is getting long, so I'll end it real quick. So basically, what I'm trying to say is it's awesome to have crystal shops and meditation classes, so on and so forth, but you have to evolve that. You have to make it grow and change into something different, because if you become comfortable with it, it becomes stale and stagnant, which is happening right now. I've noticed, we've been going through a cleansing process through this preceding November, December, and through January. It's a cleansing process. But, a lot of people are like, oh, what happens next? What's going to happen next? You are the one that's going to make things happen. And you have to constantly make things grow and develop into something new, challenging, and different. Just like technology, computers themselves. Technology changes every day. They discover something new, so they transform and change things. So when you get like a new computer, next year in 6 months, they're going to have a bigger, better computer that does a lot more than the one you just got. And that's how your existence is that you want to constantly change and grow. So you want to metamorphosize or morph and shape your creation into something even more. Build a structure and a foundation, but make it grow and expand more and more and more. That's where, people like myself give you new perceptions and new ways to look at life, so then they can help you create something unique and different for the world to experience and see. Because like I said, the change happens with you, and your creation is what makes the changes. So I think I'll go ahead and end it on that. So yeah, just become aware that you have a very important role. You don't want to leave this planet. You want to stay here, and that you are, and the people that are surrounding you are that change. We're not waiting for people to show up, because we're already here. Humanity made the call that they want change, and now that change is here now. And is it going to be a kind of a slow process? Yes. But that's how you create, because you have to build it. It just ain't going to happen overnight. You have to build it and morph it into something beautiful and special. And if you don't see that beautiful and special happening now, um, you better take a look around again, because you're going to realize that change that we've been talking about, if you're in the spiritual community, that change is happening now. We are manifesting what we have been talking about for the past, well, since I woke up, for the past 4 or 5 years. But this change has been talked about since the Bible time, since the old, the writings on the wall from my ancestors. This is change is happening right now, and you can see it all around you. You just have to open your eye and see that change happening before your eyes. Because a lot of people are a lot more happier now, and a lot more honest with each other now, and everybody is speaking from their heart, and that's the biggest change right there. Speaking from your heart and being yourself, and you will see that through where you live at. Like I said, big cities are a little different, and that's something that's a big project. um, but anyways, yeah, just become aware of the change, become aware that you are that change, um, and that you are the center, and you are more powerful than you could even imagine. So don't be looking up in the sky and the stars for someone greater than you to show up, because we're already here. You're already here, and you're that change that this world needs. So yeah, just realize you're special. Realize that you're loved, and just realize that this is your home now, and make the best of it. Listen to your heart and make the best out of your physical experience here. So, anyways, I'll go ahead and end it. I love y'all very much. Love yourself, respect yourself, and be an inspiration to others. Be an example of awesomeness. So then you can help better manifest what you're wanting to see and create. So yeah, so I love y'all very much, and we'll talk to you in a little bit.